Have you looked at your life and thought, wait, is this it? You did everything right, school, job, mortgage, maybe even kids. You're busy, responsible, but deep down you wonder if the door to your dreams quietly closed while you weren't looking. Let me tell you something. That door, it's still open. It's just covered in laundry, student loans, and PTA meetings. In the next few minutes, I want to prove something to you. That it's not too late, that you're not forever stuck, and that even if you're living inside a schedule, you don't need to die inside one. This isn't motivational fluff. This is about how to dream, even when life is already full. My name is Derek Salinger. I performed all over the world, been on national TV, built companies, and stood on stage in front of millions. But what most people don't see is the time in between. The stretch where I thought I had missed it, when everyone else seemed to be racing ahead and I was just trying to make rent. This isn't about overnight success. This is about the long road, the quiet belief, and the decision to start anyway, even if it's late. Let's start here. There's a cultural story that says if you haven't made it by 30, you're out, which is hilarious because most people don't even know who they are by 30. At 30, you're just starting to realize that cargo shorts are a mistake. Or are they? And yet people are crashing out and having a midlife crisis at 28 because they think they're behind. You're not behind. You're just comparing your life to someone else's highlight reel. Now let's be honest, dreaming when you're 19 with no kids, no bills, and a laptop in Bali, that's one kind of dreaming. But dreaming when you got mouths to feed, a job to hold, and a pile of laundry that somehow regenerates like it's on a Marvel contract, that's warrior level dreaming. But here's the lie we believe, that responsibility kills dreams. It doesn't. Responsibility shapes dreams. It just means you'll have to do it differently. Maybe not faster, definitely not easier, but also more deeply. Let me tell you a story you probably haven't heard. Florence Scovel Shinn. She was an illustrator. She didn't publish her first book until she was in her 50s. She wasn't famous. She wasn't flashy, but she had something to say. She self-published. Word of mouth spread. She ended up influencing millions, including Louise Hay and even Stephen Harvey. No TikTok, no team, just the truth and time. Your window isn't closed. You're just sitting in the hallway wondering if you're allowed to knock. Well, I'm here to say you are. Here's the dangerous part of this stage of life. You've got just enough stability to delay. You tell yourself, once things calm down, then I'll start. Once the kids are older. Once I save enough. But rarely does life calm down. Life's not on a schedule. It's a smoothie. Everything gets mixed together. You don't worry about a banana being slightly underripe because you throw it in and you hit blend. If you wait for perfect, you'll wait forever. Imagine telling your 8-year-old self, hey, one day I'm going to stop drawing because I need to answer emails for a guy named Gary. And here's the secret. When you do start, even in small ways, it actually gives energy back to the rest of your life. You become a better parent, a more focused partner, a more present employee, because you're not just surviving, you're creating. A dream isn't a luxury. It's a life source. And you only need a few minutes a day to start building momentum. Write one paragraph. Shoot one video. Paint one corner of the canvas. 10 minutes. That's it. But do it every day. You know those people that leave their toaster out on the counter because they use it every morning? Then there's that juicer you buried in the back of your cupboard because you swore you were going to start doing the celery juice diet. Dreams are like that. The ones you use every day, even for a minute, stay accessible. But the ones you shelve, well, they start to rot. Or worse, they become symbols of guilt. So don't shelve your dream. Plug it in. Even if it's only making toast right now. You don't need a Michelin meal. You just need some heat. Now, some people say, I missed my shot because I'm not young anymore. But what's actually true? You're wiser. You're more emotionally resilient. You've got scars, yes, but those scars meant you've lived. And you know what people crave? Not youth, not perfection. We crave the real. The world doesn't need more flawless influencers. It needs more honest dreamers. People that have been through something and still believe in what's possible. That's you. If you haven't started, let's call it what it is. scary because it means admitting you want something. And that opens you up to failure or looking silly or changing everything. But honestly, what's the alternative? To bury the desire and pretend that it never existed? That's not safer. That's a slower death. You don't have to blow up your life here. You just have to begin. And when you do, the dream starts to move towards you. I want to show you something. This is how I make coffee, one drop at a time. And when I do, it looks slow. But if you give it time, before you know it, the cup is full and it smells amazing. And that's a lot like our dreams. You don't need to flip your whole life upside down. You just need a daily drip of belief and action. That's how it brews. So if you've been telling yourself, you're too late, here's your permission. You're not. You're right on time. Because you know what matters. You've lived enough to see what's real. So don't run from a dream just because you're busy. Let the dream wake you up. Start small, start scared, but start anyway. So maybe you're not too late. Maybe you're just early again, at the start of something new, something more honest, something that's actually yours. Because what comes next isn't about burning your whole life down. It's about waking up to the part of you that's been asleep. You don't need to blow everything up to find your dream, but you do need to be willing to ask a question. What's the thing I haven't dared to want because I thought I missed my chance? And maybe, just maybe, you don't even know that answer yet. And that's okay. Actually, that's perfect. Because in the next video, we're going to figure that out. If you've ever asked yourself, what if I don't even know what my dream is? I made the next one for you.